Not be that side from go back. Before it come like this.
Hey! See that second back, that can hit.
Now, it is common knowledge that in all you get wisdom. Now, we see the story of this man in Ekpoma, Edo State to be precise, who was trying to ride, his bike in a flowing water, definitely erosion in Ekpoma. And Edo State is notorious for that, especially the eastern part where I am from. If you go to Ekpoma and especially Ekpoma, the whole of Ekpoma has been eaten up by erosion. So people struggle whenever it rains. There are times you see big gully, it would have eaten up a kind of big gully that is like even more than 20 feet deep, that if you fall inside it will consume a car, it will even consume a truck, and so these people, this is the reality they are faced with. But in the end, when you know that you have a country or a state where things are not working, you should be very, very careful. This man now, he tried to ride, and it's because he's not. Look at all these other people. They're also inside the erosion now. How come water is not carrying them? So you know that this man probably does not even have weight. He does not have strength. Maybe he's a little bit elderly. Who knows? And then he decided to ride this bike. Look at even people that are trying to rescue him now. Water almost carried them, and this is his bike. Now the man has died and he has gone. His family is at loss. So let's always use wisdom when we are doing things in this country.
Hey! See the man back. Now the man back with this one. I see his number. I beg anybody who know this number. I beg. See, even the man phone self go don't go. See, let's not wait till if he go carry. The man don't enter erosion. Erosion don't carry him. For Wombo. You know Wombo. That's Uyele Road. Near Zeko Hotel. So, now the man back with this one. Anybody will know.
Anybody knows the house, man, not reach house.
So, I beg. Now the man back with this one.
The back of
now me the video now. So, the back now, sir, made the Okara go station, sir. The Okara go station, sir, made the go station.
The 6 months emergency rule declared in Rivers State has lapsed, reopening the stage for a return to democratic governance in Rivers State. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kojex. Now let's look into the background and what led into the state of emergency in Rivers State. Star villain Wike, the self-styled landlord of Port Harcourt politics, and we look at the background. Our remote villain, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now in they use remote control, they change the destiny of people of Rivers State as a life from inside this place. Now, it all began in October 2023. Fubara, fresh in office, thought it was the governor. But Wike quickly reminded him, Oga, young man, I made you. Don't forget whose compound you are living in. From there, it became a battle of Godfather versus Godson, with the PDP divided into Team Wike and Team Fubara. And then, later, came the mysterious fire at the National or State Assembly. Who lit the match that burnt down the place? Nobody knows. But days later, the assembly was bulldozed under the excuse of renovation. The Nigerians began to ask questions. Since when did fire service become caterpillar service rather? Critics said Fubara just wanted to silence opposition. But in Rivers, fire and demolition are just political punctuation marks. It can happen at any time. And then they went to Abuja for the peace pact. President Tinubu then called both men to Abuja like a headmaster summoning two fighting pupils. Can you just imagine? As he say, these people don't turn to students. Maybe say the president will just call a whole governor that was duly elected by the people of Rivers State. An 8-point peace deal was signed. Now, what will be the 8-point peace deal? Waiting to cut Fubara neck. And as Fubara got back to Port Harcourt, he realized that he will not be able to meet some of all those conditions. Fubara later confessed, I was pressured though. I just signed like jam form. And of course, the truce collapsed. The whole agreement collapsed faster than made in China chair, you find. And then there came the issue of budget and court drama. When it was time to pass the budget, Rivers lawmakers became boxers in different rings. Fubara presented his budget to his loyalist speaker of just 4 people, the Oko Jumbo, while the Amawule, the clown and charlatan, the boy of Wike group, screamed illegal. The Supreme Court stepped in, freezing Rivers allocation like Akara left overnight. Citizens, they just want roads and salaries, but got constitutional gymnastics instead of them to be focusing on how to build road and all of that. They were getting a rigmarole between the state assembly and the house of power, the government, and then the impeachment move, which is like the ultimate move by which you can make a governor come to his senses. In March 2025, lawmaker rolled out 19 allegations against Fubara. These people, they are clowns. 19 allegations. Now, 19, even Nollywood scriptwriters would say, Oga, I beg, reduce the drama, I beg. This wasn't impeachment. It was political eviction notice in Wike style, because Wike is a man, Wike is very vindictive, he doesn't forgive. And so in the end, he made them to write 19, not even 5, not even 6, not 10. And then the Tinubu, the remote control president. Then came March 18th, 2025. Tinubu pressed the pause button. He suspended Fubara, dissolved the assembly, and installed a sole administrator that to me by now should be in jail for even accepting that position to come and be a sole administrator in Rivers State. And we cannot fully account for the money that went within that 6 months into the state, like a federal landlord possessing property. Rivers people woke up to discover democracy had gone on emergency leave, and then for 6 months they had to endure that harsh reality. Now Fubara has returned. Now emergency rule has ended. Fubara is back in office, smiling for cameras, shaking hands with Wike and promising peace. But Nigerians are asking, peace or just halftime break before season 2? Because you know what Wike can do. And now that he has his vultures in the assembly, and he has the local government councillors in his pocket and chairman in his pocket. Because in Rivers politics, peace is like punch lights. It's just come boom and then it disappears. Always temporary. So to conclude, I'll look at it that is Rivers free or just on lease from Abuja? One thing is certain, in Nigeria, politics isn't chess, it's pure Nollywood. Now drama that they act, entertainment with villains and the bad guys in Agbada, and the people always watching, from the sidelines, because in the end, they are the ones who will be shortchanged. Don't forget to please like, share, subscribe, and comment.
Give chance. No block.
Which is sorry.
Which who?
Yes.
Close up, please.
Wait, see.
Sorry, sir.
You collect it.
Please start.
Well, gentlemen of the press, good afternoon to you. I know everyone wants to hear something from me. In fact, we expected it when I landed from the aircraft. Let me first of all appreciate the wonderful people of Rivers State. I am really humbled by what I saw at the airport. I was also briefed with some photographs of what happened here yesterday. That reception really humbled me. It showed love, confidence, and solidarity. I want to say that it is not just the celebration, the massive reception by the number of people who came out to celebrate, but a display or reaffirmation of the bond between this government and the people that we are serving. I want to assure you that we will, by the grace of God, continue to do those things that has made you people love us. I want to appreciate everyone and to say that we love you. We are going to address the state officially by 6 p.m. this evening, and in that state broadcast, every other person, every personality, every authority that gives support to this normalcy will be properly recognized. Thank you.
I remain your boy, Ernest Omosogbe Adebayo Kojex. Please remember to subscribe. Thank you. Signing out. Peace.